Yeah, welcome back to this tutorial series session of the series. We are going to be looking at how to update and delete your update and delete data from the model. So without any further ado, we jump to the code. Now is the code that we have been using in the previous session, so that is what we are still going to be using. So just open your VS Code and be sure that you are still in that same folder directory. Now you see that our virtual environment is currently off, so you should now start the virtual environment. And don't forget to start your virtual environment, just go the way of source vmv slash script slash activate. So now you see that will definitely activate our virtual environment. So now to do that, now don't forget we have been doing it the hard way, but subsequently we are going to be looking at the easy way of doing it. So we go to manage.py, which is what we have looked at previously, and we open the shell. Now I told you that anytime you close the shell and you open it again, there's a need for you to start there's a need for you to import the model again. So we try and import the model again by going student management dot models. So we import students. So now we have our model imported. Now don't forget that we already have some students saved already. So we have some students saved already. So we can also get the values so that you will see them all. Object.all dot values. So we have all the values here. Let's say you want to you want to update any of these value, like maybe okay, the name John, you want to change it to maybe Jim or anything. So what you just need to do is just use the model to update to update it. So all you just need to do is just don't forget that these results, they are all array of objects. So for the first one, the index of the first one is index 0, the index of the second one is index 1. Don't forget array is always 0 index. That means the index starts counting from 0. So we then say, let's say the student to update, we then call it student and we query it using the normal way we have been doing, dot objects dot all. But this time around we need the index, let's say index 0. So now the index 0, now we have the index 0 attached to students at the moment. So let's say you want to change the first name, and don't forget that the key for the first name is first underscore name. So you just go the way of student dot first underscore name and you change it to Jim or anything you want to update it to. Now anytime you update it, of course this is still happening at just like happening in the front end of the application. You need to commit it to the database by calling the save function. So you just say student.save and that will definitely commit it. So you can just confirm your change either by using the SQLite web viewer that we used the other time, or you can also use the command line to check. But let's do the two ways. But firstly, let's check it from the command line. Let's check it from the command line by saying student.object.all. Let's just get the values so that we see that the values have definitely been changed. Students.okay, no, it should be called from student, which is the model itself, not from the instance that you attach it to. So student.object.all and we go the way of values. Now you can see now that before it was John, but because of the update that we did, we have changed it to Jim. And of course you can, the way you're able to change the first name, you can also change the last name. All you just need to do is when you are updating it, the the property is of what you want to change is what you attach to is what you attach to the student. So if it's first name, if it's last name, if it's age, that is what you are going to be working with. So let's just confirm our update using the web application also. Let's just go this way and we refresh. Before it was John, as you can see, but because of the updates that we did, it has changed to Jim. Now, without too much delay, let's go to how to delete data from our record. Let's say you have added a record or a details and you want to delete it. Let's see how you can go about that. It's just very similar to the updates. So after which I'm going to be looking at how to delete or how to update the model itself. And the model is just like uh, the structure of your data. So now we go the way of the delete now. So let's just okay, let me just bring the shell up so that we can see it. So I don't want to close the shell. So we look at the deleting, how to delete record. So it's just very similar to the update that I've said earlier. So it's just calling a function. That is what will make it happen. So all you just need to do is just say students, and you call it with a you attach it to students dot objects, getting it from the database dot all. And let's say we need the index. Let's delete index 1 this time around. So let's say student dot delete is a function to call anytime you want to delete record from your database. Of course, all these are also needed because sometimes as you're working on your application, you might not want to be opening the user interface to do some manipulation. You just want to quickly delete something or update something or manipulate something. Just do it with this shell as it gives you faster results, and it's also improve your efficiency too in terms of how fast you are able to get things done. So once you call the student.delete, you can see that it returns the student that was deleted. So to confirm that the record that we deleted is not existing in the database again, let's just query our database again by saying student, which is the model, student.objects .object.all. So let's just get all the values now. So you can see now that earlier on we have two records in the database, but now because we deleted one, we now have just one record. Now we have been able to see how to update your data and how to delete your data. So of course, if you check it also using the user interface or using the SQLite that we are using to check our database, you will see definitely see that what we are seeing in the command line is the same with what you are seeing with this user interface. Now you can see that the record has been reduced to just one.